The most important hashtag for the week. I'm going to be funky and young.
Okay,
hashtag
go for it.
Barely breathing. That's the one you must remember. Why? Because Connell Cruise is in studio.
I like that.
Huh?
Yeah,
Barely
that's a good
breathing.
One. I'm even going to do it. How about it?
I think you must start this whole thing. Welcome back.
Thanks so much.
You've been here, I think, more than a year ago.
Yeah.
And a lot happened, but it's a new album.
Yeah.
So just recap. What happened in this year? What was the highlight?
Wow, where do I begin? I don't know. It's something. It's on the tip of my
Sarah?
Sarah. I got married to a wonderful woman in New York City, and I'm a married man. It's great.
Can you believe it?
So
It's really great.
But it was a bit of a surprise. We're going to get to the music now.
Okay.
And everyone was surprised. I mean, all of a sudden there was a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Got married.
You follow me on Instagram?
Yes.
My goodness.
Yeah. There wasn't a build-up.
This
it was
is
just,
great.
Hey, I'm married. And I was like, and there was girls lined up in the streets crying in
Like
Joburg
why?
and in Durban, crying. You know,
Why?
because they couldn't be prepared.
They already planned their wedding dresses and gowns and everything.
I
and
want to
now
tell
they're
you,
like,
tattoos with
the
Connell.
reason for that is because I found in my own self that being on social media all the time and trying to keep content going and keep engaging, I sort of see my whole life through that screen. You know, I can't help but go to Central Park and not enjoy the beautiful surroundings. I've got to like grab a picture of a squirrel stealing someone's lunch, you know. And in the lead up to when I proposed to her, I proposed to here in South Africa. I brought her out here to meet my family, and we proposed out in the bush. And then spending the few weeks leading up to when we went to City Hall to get married in New York City, I didn't want to live any of that through my phone. I actually turned it off the whole time.
Wow.
I didn't even go on my computer. I got in a lot of trouble. I didn't answer a lot of emails, but I just really wanted to live that through my own eyes, and I'm so grateful because it was the most magical time, and we did it our way, and I'm very happy. I'm very glad to be married. It's a great way to live life. You guys know, you guys are married.
Very, very long time, and you can still go. You can still go and just see what they want for their gifts, even though it's 6 months.
Oh my goodness, have you got it?
I've got it, yeah. And
You've got my registry on
I've got
Macy's?
your registry of gifts, and the best one was the discount on who's the woman that went to jail that did the cooking show?
Oh, Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
All
I
that
gotta
stuff's
tell you,
on here, but it's on discount. Get
That
Martha
was so
Stewart.
fun. I don't know how you got that. We're gonna talk about that later. But we went to Macy's,
Yes.
and they give you this cool gun, right?
Oh, yes.
It was the most fun experience I've ever had. We just walked around, did this to everything. It was so fun.
The only thing I realized when I saw that list was, you know, I don't know if it's an English term as well, trousseau.
Trousseau.
Trousseau, you've got a trousseau. So girls for 10 years, they start gathering this stuff.
Oh, right, trousseau,
When they get married, they've got it. But all this stuff just said, listen, we don't have champagne glasses. We don't have knives. We don't have forks. Go to Macy's. We're getting married. Help us.
We've got so many champagne glasses, but I think she's like envisioning just getting rid of all these old champagne glasses so we can get new ones. You know?
It's so clever. Just quickly, the time in America. What's the biggest challenges with the music?
Well, it's a great time to be a South African making music in the United States. They just love South Africans. I don't know whether it's our accent or whether it's Trevor Noah. They just love us. And releasing music in the United States has been really great. The crowds have been really receptive. I've done a great tour around the US with a cool band called Safety Suit.
Yes.
I've been on radio stations all over the country. My base is New York City, and that's where I perform most of the time. And they're great, you know, going down to the Lower East Side or the East Village and getting into a cool vibey space and meeting all these guys that I'm playing with. I've made great friends. It's really going well.
I'm really jealous. You know, it's what a dream to live in New York.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the guys you worked with writing this album, the new album, and even the touring. So bly inskakel, net hierna sal ons verder, maar dis eers tyd vir jou nuusoortrekking na die advertensies. Jy's ingeskakel op die groot ontbyt. Ons gaan aan met ons onderhoud saam met Connell Cruise en gelukkig op pad terug. He's on his way back, but the time in America. This new album, you worked with guys that wrote songs for Jessie J, Shawn Mendes, One Direction, Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's been a great ride. The Chainsmokers as well, one of the guys that I
we
wrote
just
with.
played that.
Well, they did that with Coldplay, but the previous
Yes.
one, the one something about Paris or whatever.
Paris, yeah.
Actually, to be honest with you, when I started working with these guys, when I first moved over to the United States just about 2 years ago, I don't think, I mean, they had a lot of stuff going on, but it wasn't this big. Since that time, these chaps that I've had the privilege to work with have really blown up. I mean, when I met John Ryan, he wrote for One Direction, but I think he was sort of like in the background. And since then, they released their final album, and then they did their world tour. I mean, it was massive. Ido's Michelini in New York, he produced most of the album, and he and I wrote a lot of the songs on it. He was just in his studio and his house in Dumbo in Brooklyn, just to go visit him and hang out in the local coffee shop. And then all of a sudden, just like this, Shawn Mendes, he wrote a song for Shawn Mendes and he produced that track and it became the biggest thing all over the United States. It just goes to show that every single person on the planet, whether you're an artist or a writer or a creative, it just takes one song, one massive moment to put you on the map. And I'm grateful to have them as friends, especially now because they're massively famous.
Yeah, they are. Yes, amazing.
With the new album, what inspired you? Surely there would have been one inspiration or more than one inspiration. Could you maybe?
Yeah, I think if you take a listen to my album work, my previous album was really sad and morose and heartbreaking. This album is a lot more hopeful, and it's because I met the love of my life. It's certainly getting married. Honestly, it's the greatest thing in the whole world. It's I totally underestimated. I didn't see how important it would be, and getting married and meeting her and going through the whole process. I mean, sitting on the couch after having the wedding and saying the I do's and having dinner and stuff, and then 2 days later you're sitting on the couch watching Jeopardy on TV, and you look over and it's like, this is my forever person.
Wow.
I mean, it's a powerful thing. And it's certainly changed my entire viewpoint of why I write music and what I'm here on this planet for. It's been really great.
It's making me look like a total idiot. What a bad husband I am.
What was your advice to me earlier?
I'm sitting
Be
there,
nice.
I'm sitting there watching the new episode of Breaking Bad and go like, what's for dinner? Babe? What is planned for 2017?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a busy year. I've got a lot of great things going on. I'm playing at the SAFTAs next week. South African
South
Film and
African
Television.
Film Television
It's my
Awards.
first time going there. I'm going to Sun City.
It's a great event to be. Yeah.
I'm really honored they invited me to come and sing, so it's going to be cool. And then I'm going back to New York to spend some time with my wife. I'm going to do some shows over there, promote the album, which was just released last week, Barely Breathing, all over the world. And then, and also actually in the States, I've got this brand new song that's playing on TV all over. I haven't released it yet. It's called Endless Possibilities. It's not on the album. It's just a one-shot.
But you can pre-order that one.
You can actually get it through
on iTunes.
Pepsi Quaker Oats. It's a campaign that they're doing, and I'm going back to help promote that. That's really cool.
That's great.
So all over the televisions across the United States, they've got that song playing. And then I'm coming back here to put on some shows, first at the Joburg Theatre in April, and then a really cool show that I'm doing with some friends from New York and in Johannesburg at the Lyric Theatre in May called Gone Too Soon. The whole show is basically us, artists paying tribute to male musicians who've gone too soon, who've passed away before their time, and their music that has really impacted us. So I'm going to put that together with some mates in May. It's going to be real fun.
You mentioned Trevor Noah, and it was just Time Magazine just named him as one of the most influential people ever.
Yeah.
So I think you must be on the next time. Like we'd give you a year.
Hope, Let's hope. Every time I call that guy, he never answers my calls.
he tweeted me once. I warned him about some wild fights on his Facebook group after something he said, and but it was before American everything, so it wasn't that special. But it felt amazing that he just came back and said, "Thanks for the warning, dude." And I was like, Trevor Noah.
Little does he know that you've got his registry in your back pocket.
Just quickly, you just mentioned the tribute you guys are going to do, Gone Too Soon.
Yeah.
Who stands out in the music industry if you need to focus on someone specific that's gone too soon?
Man, for me, one artist, great artists come to mind, like Freddie Mercury, and we're going to pay tribute to them, Prince. But for me, growing up, and I really sort of modeled my vocal style on him a lot, is George Michael. And to hear of him passing away, really gone too soon, almost unbelievably. I mean, he was relatively young to be gone. And what a great man, a great guy, and a great musician. He's an artist I'll certainly miss, and we're going to have a great time paying tribute to him at this show at the Lyric Theatre in May.
Wow.
Took ages to bury him. A quick just a quiz, a 3-question quiz. Are
All
you
right,
ready
I'm
for
ready.
it? About cruise ships, because your surname is Cruise. How many people between 2000 and 2013 has disappeared on cruise ships?
7.
200.
Damn it.
Gone. If something happens to you,
That was so confident.
if, about 6,000 passengers, that's the big ships.
6,000
Yeah,
passengers.
you know, then they all need to go to the bathroom. How much raw sewage liters do they dump in the sea with one ship like that?
It must be 275,000 litres.
800,000 liters. And they need to be at
Close
least
enough.
3 miles from shore. 3 miles from shore, never swim 3 miles from shore. That's going to be crappy.
Or at least never swim around a cruise ship. That's what you're saying.
And then the last one, 20 million people are traveling a year on cruise ships. 50, most of them are 50 years and older. So what do you find on each cruise ship that can take 1 to 3 bodies?
1, 2, 3
A morgue.
bodies.
Every ship's got a morgue
Every
that's
ship's got a
capable to
morgue?
take 2 to 3 bodies.
Really?
Because people die on ships because they elder.
Nothing
Okay,
like
but
going on a vacation overseas and
Maybe.
There we
contemplating
go,
your own
Butcher.
mortality, knowing that this might be the last trip.
Yeah. And
At least we're safe.
there's not a blood bank. So if something happens and someone needs blood, they immediately call on the passengers and say, listen, we need some people to donate blood.
Miskien moet ek dalk net vinnig hier inkom. Ek weet dis die groot bootervaring 31
Nou wil jy nie meer
Maart tot
saam
3 April.
gaan nie.
Maar moenie kom maar nie dit sal 'n goeie ervaring wees.
As jy
Ek
nie
dink
bloed
nie.
se vat nie.
I'll tell you, since this conversation, my chances of going missing, developing some weird disease by swimming in infested waters, and dying on a cruise ship has increased tenfold.
Yeah. Before you
Ten-
become
That's
world
it.
famous.
Ja.
Thank you so much. En gaan vir ons later optree Connell Cruise en Atelier Simony. Daai song mis nie, dis net vir ons kykers.